Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode here on Hall Family Farms. It's episode 17, and I apologize that I'm having to narrate this portion of our video today, but the wind was just too severe to pick up my voice from a distance away from the camera. So, anyway, here we're preparing the hole to receive the Stark Brothers Golden Delicious Yellow Apple Tree that we purchased. And so when you're preparing the hole, you want the hole to be approximately twice the size of the root ball or the bare roots, as it were, with this particular tree. And that way it gives the roots an opportunity to kind of grow out into some loosely tilled dirt as it establishes itself in the ground. And here you can see me putting the dirt back in around the roots and making sure to tamp it down with my foot to get it securely in the ground. Okay, and now we're moving on to the first of two Hall's Hardy almond trees that we also purchased, and these came in the mail from Gurney's. And it's basically the same process, preparing the hole the same way as we did the Stark Brothers golden apple tree. We're preparing the hole here, getting the roots kind of spread out, and now filling the hole back in. And then we'll kind of tamp it in with our foot here just to kind of get it snug and secure in the ground. Okay, and before I get the camera into its final position to dig the hole for the second Hall's Hardy almond tree, I just wanted to show you that in between the two, we have an NE Plus almond that we purchased back in the fall. And it came in the fall, so that's why it's already in the ground. But it will be between the two Hall's Hardy almond trees. So I'm going to go set up the camera for the final shot, and then I'll give you a quick tour of the food forest we're developing here in the backyard. Okay, and with the second Hall's Hardy almond tree, it's kind of the same process that you've already seen with the other two trees we've planted. We're preparing the hole the same way, making sure it's about twice the size of the bare roots that we have here, and you'll see me kind of get it kind of in position and then start working the soil back around. The ground was pretty wet, so I had to go and get a knee pad. I don't mind getting dirty. It's the wet dirty that I mind. So anyway, here we are. We're putting the soil back in, getting it kind of settled into the ground, and we have a little leftover dirt. We'll usually make like a little berm to kind of help hold the water in. That seems to help, particularly during the dry summer months. Okay, we'll give you a quick little tour here before we wrap up episode 17. Okay, we'll give you a quick little tour of what's the start of our food forest here on Hall Family Farms. So what you're looking at right here is a pecan or pecan tree, however you want to pronounce that. And this one is called Elliott pecan tree. So we planted that in the fall. We also have another one. I'll show you that here. We had to space these a little bit further apart because these trees can get 70 to 100 feet tall at maturity. This one is called Pawnee pecan tree or pecan tree. So Pawnee pecan tree. And then we'll go over here, and as you can see, this is the Hall's Hardy almond tree we planted. And then we have the NE Plus almond tree here in the middle. And then our second Hall's Hardy almond tree right here. Okay, and then back in the fall, and I'm going to zoom around here slowly so as not to get you too dizzy, we planted two American hazelnut trees or bushes. I don't think they get to be very big, but this is the American filbert hazelnut tree. And we have a second one right over here. And so that's what we have here. So as far as our nut grove is concerned, 2 pecans, 3 almonds, and 2 American hazelnut trees. Now we're going to move up to the fruit orchard, which is right up here, going back towards the greenhouse and the back of the house. So first thing we're going to come up to is the Stark Brothers golden delicious yellow apple tree that we planted today. And that's what we have here. And then, as I mentioned, I think at the beginning of this episode, back in the fall, we planted 2 gala apple trees. So that's what we've got here, one, and then we've got the second one up here. And as you can tell, we got a lot of rain over the last couple of days. That ice storm, all of that's melted, so we've got a lot of water. But this is the second gala apple tree. And then over here, we have 2 peach trees. The first one that I'm going to show you is called, let me get the label here. This first one is called the Belle of Georgia peach. Okay, it looks like it's probably going to bud out. We're supposed to have some good weather next week, so stay tuned. If it does, I'll bring the camera out here so you can see that. And then the second one here, and please excuse the plastic wrapped around this peach tree. We're going to get that straightened out and cover up this plot of ground next to the plot I've already got covered. And let me explain. So the plastic we're using as kind of a way of eliminating the weeds and grass. So through the process of covering it up, we're hoping that by doing that for the next couple of months, we'll have everything kind of killed out so that we can start planting come late March or April. So I got to get this back out. So, but this peach is called Contender. It actually had a really nice peach growing about right here. I'm not sure what happened to it. We were about to pick it. We came out and it wasn't here. So I don't know if the deer got it or what happened. But so I'm real excited to see what these do in their, I guess, first full year in the ground. Like I said, I got these from Walmart, planted them back in the fall. And so yeah, so we're planning to have our garden, or part of our garden, right here. We'll get this all covered right here with this second piece of plastic. And then, if you can see here, I've got to tighten up the bottom cable, but here is our blackberry patch. We've got, let me see, and I've got to get in here and clean this up. As you can see, got kind of busy and kind of didn't get this done. Let me see if I can find a label on these. These are a thornless variety of blackberries. In fact, all of them in this patch are. I want to say that this is Navajo. Trying to find the label. Not seeing it right now. We'll try to uncover this, get this all cleaned up here. We've got a lot of canes that I think have started additional plants. So anyway, we'll come back to that. And then we've got some more blackberries. We actually harvested blackberries off of these back in the late summer and fall. Okay, and then what we have here, we have 2 blueberry bushes. This first one that we're looking at right here is called Pink Lemonade Blueberry. So the blueberries are kind of a pink color. Got it for $10.98. So hopefully next fall and into the winter we'll take some cuttings from this and try to propagate this. And then this one right here is called Powder Blue Blueberry. And we actually harvested some of these back in the fall and they were pretty good actually. So looking forward to that, seeing what these plants do. And then we have some seedless grapes here. Let me back up here a little bit so you can see this. So this is a grape arbor I built back in the fall, well actually last spring. And we have 2 types of seedless grapes. This one I believe is a Thompson's. It's a green seedless grape. We've got it almost trained to the top, so the idea here is that once we get up here we'll develop some arms to go across. We may have to add some additional bracing in here to hold that. And then this one is actually a red seedless grape that we've got planted here. So we'll see what happens. And then of course we've got the greenhouse that we built back in November. Let me see if I can back up and let you see what that's looking like here on this nice sunny afternoon on February 16th, 2021. So that's what we have here. So you can see this farm is slowly coming together. We have a lot of work to do. We'll have a lot of episodes to share with you. So, and that's the kids' playhouse I built probably about 20 years ago. So we had to move that out here. It was located back behind the house. So, and then I've got that 30-year Concord seeded grape that I shared with you when we were kind of getting it tamed back. So we'll see how we do with that. We're gonna get some cables running through here to support it and see if we can't get it tamed and back into shape. And then I think in this patch, which we had here last spring and summer covered in plastic, we had some cucumbers, we had some tomatoes and green peppers, and we had a patch of watermelon here. So what I'm thinking, since it's been covered for almost a year now, I think what we're going to do with this is we're going to turn this into our strawberry patch and put those Ozark Beauty strawberries right here. We'll probably remove this plastic and then develop some rows and do that. So that'll be an upcoming project as well. And then I'm going to probably do an episode and give a review on this compost tumbler I purchased back in the fall from Tractor Supply. So I'll give you kind of my take on the compost tumbler and whether it's worth the price I paid for it and how it's working for me. Okay, well that's it. I've taken up plenty of your time today. Oh, and please don't forget, give a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to support our channel and that notification bell so you'll always be notified when we bring you what we're doing here at Hall Family Farms. Until next time, take care.